I was really touched tonight. This couple, back in the end of 2023, when I got back from Toronto, they actually helped assemble my son's bed frame in like really late at night. Yeah, so I put up an ad on Craigslist, and this couple answered the ad. I didn't realize it was both of them would be coming, but very nice couple. And it turns out that they are trying to, make money so that they can bring their sons over. They have two boys. Anyways, it didn't take them that long to put the bed together. And I said, hey, if I ever have any other work for you, I'll give you a call. So I actually needed my oven cleaned, and I had the lady come tonight. She came to clean my oven. And as soon as I opened my door, I just saw her, and you know what? She looked like she had aged 10 years. She looked smaller, but the most main thing that I noticed was her spark was gone. Her glow was gone. And I said, is everything okay with your health? How's everything going? And she said, oh yeah, ma'am. She calls me ma'am. Everything's fine. I've just been working really hard. I'm in school. And I said, what's going on with your sons? Have you had any luck? Are they going to be coming here? And she said, no, their visas were denied. And she's trying to get permanent resident status. She has to, and she's actually gotten she went to school through all of this so that she could get a full-time job. And if somebody hires her full-time as a care aide, then she can reapply to hopefully get like a working visa, I think is what she needs. Anyways, the point is that she has two boys, and her eldest, who's my son's age, he's 15, has been really like angry with her. She says like he just doesn't fully understand, but he's always like, why did you leave me behind? Why didn't you take us with you? And I said, I know it's a hard age. I'm so sorry you're going through that. And she just had this sadness about her, and she said, yeah, it's really everything that they're trying, every avenue that they've tried is the door is being closed to them. And I think the saddest thing, being a parent myself, that I feel that I've witnessed on earth is when I meet a parent or parents that want to be a parent, and they love their children desperately and want to have their children in their life, and they can't. And I've seen it here in Canada. One of the ways that I see this happening a lot is that couples where the woman is mad at the man and denies him from seeing his kids because she's mad at him for something. Even if it was child support, even if it was money. The point is, if somebody wants to be a parent, let them be a parent. The whole point of having children and putting children on earth is to give them your time. And it can be so hard. Like as a single parent, I know with my daughter, I was 19 years old, and you can never get that time back. I had to work so hard to pay for things for her, summer camps, and anything that I paid for her was expensive back then already. And and you're putting them in these places like summer camps and such because you need to make money to pay your regular bills here. And Vancouver's the most expensive place on earth to live in Canada. Anyways, sorry, not on earth, but it is so ridiculously expensive. So until you have your own child one day, you never understand that struggle, that battle of just to survive, like literally just to keep your bills paid and to be able to do like the work that I do. I can't have my child in the house for that. So they have to go somewhere. And yet, your child doesn't understand because they see you at home working from home, and they're wondering why can't I just stay home with you? You see, all of these misunderstandings from children, it's, at the end of the day, that child could end up broken, mainly because you weren't there. You didn't have the time to give them. But in a case like this cleaning lady, like she can't even get her sons over here. She desperately wants her sons to be here with her. I mean, there's so many people who have put children on this earth that should not have done that. I'm sure you know at least one or two of these people, if not many. People that don't even want to be parents, people that don't even seem to like their children, that are annoyed by their kids. They can't wait to get away from them. And then there's people like me who I lived for my kids. I wanted to be with them all the time, but I could only do so much as a single mom, paying for everything myself. And the thing is that when you miss out on any time with your child at all, I had the unfortunate situation where I was held at gunpoint. My daughter's life was threatened if I didn't end up taking drugs across the border, which I got caught with. My daughter will never understand the full story behind that. If I didn't go, they were going to hurt her. They were going to kill her. And if I did go, I already felt like I was going to get arrested, which I did. So I lost 2 years of my life with my daughter. And it was the most depressing, emptiest years of my life. There wasn't a minute that went by that I didn't think about her. And I couldn't wait to get her back in my care when I got out of prison. And, my own family was battling against me in terms of getting her back. I know because I've just recently found all the paperwork and seen with my own two eyes what my own parents, put me through to get my daughter back in my care. And my imprisonment had nothing to do with me as a parent or my parenting style or anything. I loved my daughter from the bottom of my heart, but it broke her. It broke me. You can never get time back. You can't. The purpose of having children for a good parent is to give them love. So what's better, to be broke and giving them love, or to have everything in the world that you could give them, but you don't really care for them? You don't have that love to give. I'd rather be broke. I think I really put a little, I put some thoughts into this lady's head. Like, I know her English isn't that good, but she understood what I was saying. Maybe you need to just go back. I mean, before you know it, your son's going to be grown. And my purpose is to make my kids into the best adults that I can make them into by teaching them good and, giving them love, telling them every day how much I love them. That's what I did every single day as a parent. So to all of those baby moms out there that are putting the kids in between you and the baby dad because you're mad at him, shame on you. If he wants to be a dad and he genuinely loves his kids, it doesn't matter if he doesn't have money to give you. I went through that for like 11 years of my daughter's life, 10 years of my daughter's life. Her baby dad never had a dime. In fact, sometimes I had to put money into her diaper bag just so that he would take her and not use it as an excuse. Whenever, there was something to have to get paid, he'd always, bitch about bills. And I have this bill, I have that bill. And I said, you know what? There's never going to be a day as an adult that you're not going to have a bill to pay. Welcome to adulting. But as a mother, diapers came first, milk came first. Anything for me was an afterthought. Barely ever happened. To this day, I shop for my kid. My son is now 15 and he has everything he needs. But what he needs the most is to hear from me, I love you, and to get a hug. He's never pushed me away. I'm all he has. And if his dad had wanted to be a part of his life, I would have welcomed it. In fact, I took his dad to court just to try to get the judge to order him to see his son. Not for money. I didn't want child support. I knew he'd never have child support to give me. But even the judge saying, every weekend, every second weekend, how often would you like to see him? Didn't pan out to anything. The second visit with his dad, his dad was an hour and a half late, and by the third visit, he didn't even show up anymore. There's lots of people like that. It's horrific to the children that are in the middle of that. If I'd known, I never wanted to put a child on earth who didn't have a mom and a dad both loving them, even if we weren't together. That has broken my son. So if there's somebody that is a parent and they want to be a parent, please get them together with their kids or their kid. So to the government of Canada with this particular lady, I don't know the whole situation. Maybe it's best that she does go back to her country to be with her kids, but honest to God, can't there be an exception made here somewhere? She's such a lovely lady. She really wants to live in Canada for a better life. I don't know. I don't know what to say. It's just heartbreaking. Her glow is gone. She's got no spark left.